What's good, niggas? It's your boy Kryptic. I know I've been gone for a minute, but forgive me. I have been dealing with depression lately. I'm not even gonna lie, and it's been kind of having me procrastinate making these videos and just keeping me absent from the channel. But I'm back. I'm not sure how regularly, but I'm trying to get back into the groove I was in before, uploading daily, taking off only like 1 or 2 days out of the entire week. And yeah, that's all we got to really say about this. Let's get into this wish list character thing, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I've broken everything down into 5 different sections or portions. The first one, confirmed characters. Second is likely characters. Third is wanted characters. And then the other 2 are the likely for DLC and likely for not likely, the DLC characters that I would want to see in Injustice. So our confirmed characters so far are Superman, obviously. Now for Superman, I would like to see some more costumes. I would want to see different versions of Superman, particularly Calvin Ellis, the Earth 23 Superman, the Black Superman. I'd really like to see him because, well, people don't even really know he exists, and that kind of sucks to me. Next is Batman. Of course, he's in it as well. I mean, he's pretty much a guaranteed character spot in any DC game, unless it's like Superman or something. But yeah, so we got Batman. I would like to see maybe different versions of him as well. Maybe a Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Damian Wayne, Azrael, or I don't know. Nah. Well, I mean, it'd be cool, but you know, Batman Beyond would be good enough for me. Supergirl. Again, I would like to see another version of her. Maybe have a Power Girl outfit for her, and that's really all she needs. Atrocitus, perfect the way he is. Don't do nothing to him. Maybe he could have like alternate costumes where he has a different ring or something, but keep him how he is. I don't want too many changes with him. I like Atrocitus exactly how he is. Number 5, Gorilla Grodd. Now, the fact that he's in the game kind of leads me to believe that the Flash's villains and the Flash's characters are going to be getting some attention and some love in this game, because in Injustice 1, the Flash was the only Flash character in the entire game. And yeah, so that kind of gives me high hopes, and it hopefully will satisfy a lot of Flash fans out there. Number 6, Aquaman. Now, I know Aquaman gets a lot of crap, and I mean a lot, probably more than anybody else on this list. But I'm glad to see him in the game. I really like Arthur. I was gonna call him Arthur Curry, but that's his name, so it's fine. But I really like Aquaman, and I would like to see Aqualad somehow. Maybe, I don't know. Not a big deal if he's not in it though. And that is it for our confirmed characters. Next, we're moving on to characters that are likely to be in the game. Now, this is a wish list, so this list will be exactly the same amount, 6 people, as the confirmed characters. And I forgot to say this earlier, but there's a total of 28 slots, so 17 of them are in the wanted list. Anyway, on to the likely characters. The Flash is number 1 for likely characters. I feel like it's kind of obvious for the Flash to be in here. He is Ed Boon's favorite character, the creator of Injustice and Mortal Kombat, the person who is kind of the head of this whole Injustice 2 thing. So of course he's going to put his favorite character in there, and I mean, Grodd's in there, so, and then Superman, Batman. You kind of gotta have Flash in there. Number 2 of likely characters, I would probably say Nightwing or Robin, because they went pretty heavy in Injustice, the first one, on Batman characters. So I feel like pretty much any Batman character is gonna have some sort of chance to be in the game. And yeah, it'd be cool to see maybe Damien and Dick as the Nightwings, and the Robins would be Tim and Jason. Maybe Jason. I don't really care for Jason. Dick and Tim are my favorite Nightwings, or maybe Damien. Just give us the Nightwing, Batman, Robin guys. Okay. Number 3, Green Lantern. I don't really care which one. I prefer Jon Stewart. He is and always will be my favorite, but there's always room for Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, or any other Green Lanterns. As long as we get Jon Stewart, I will be satisfied. Number 4, Captain Cold. Again, another Flash character. And I feel like he's pretty likely to be in it because he's kind of like the Flash's one of his most known villains, aside from Gorilla Grodd, of course. And I remember seeing something somewhere of like, there are t-shirts of Captain Cold already out for Injustice 2, though he's not confirmed. So, I mean, I'm expecting at least some sort of ice character. I haven't seen the t-shirts or anything, but I'll try and find them and put them in the video so you guys can see them, and then we'll see them together or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Number 5, Red Hood. Jason Todd. This is one I really want to see, but please, for the love of God, please don't do that bullshit y'all did with Arkham Knight, where he had that retarded hood over his shit. Just give him the classic leather jacket, red helmet, not the hood. Don't put a hood over the helmet. That shit is so retarded and it pissed me off and I hate it, and I never used that skin just because of that. Please, just keep it true to the character. That's fine. Arkham Knight is fine as a skin or something. And that Arkham Knight skin, not the Red Hood Arkham Knight skin, but the actual Arkham Knight character skin before he finds out that it's Jason and all that. Spoiler alert. I would like to see him as a skin too. Maybe alternate. If those are the only 2 skins, I like the classic and the Arkham Knight skin. And I don't care about the Red Hood Arkham Knight skin. Number 6, Wonder Woman. Now, she is last on the likely list because we already have Supergirl, but she's also a part of DC's Big 3 with Batman and Superman, so I had to put her on the likely. She can't be on wanted because, well, she's very likely. Alright, now we're on to the wanted list. Now, remember, this one has 17 characters on it. This is the longest list, so bear with me here. Number 1 is Superboy. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably don't care much about him, but I would like to see him in the game because I really do like the character. Stumbling over my words here. He's been my favorite Kryptonian for the longest time. Only recently has Superman taken that spot. And, with Supergirl and Superman in it, it just be a shame not to have Superboy as well. Number 2, DaRkSide. Now, DaRkSide I would love to see in the game simply because he hasn't been in any of the games since, I think, Mortal Kombat versus DC. And he's just a really cool character. We don't get to see him, and we definitely don't get to play him in pretty much every game. So I'd really like to play him again in a better game than Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Number 3, Martian Manhunter. Now, Martian Manhunter was DLC in the last game, and I feel like he should be a normal character in this game because I really liked him in the last game, but I would not mind less elasticity. I hate it when he stretches. It's just so fucking weird. I hate it. Please don't make that his basis this time. Number 4, Blue Beetle. Now, Blue Beetle is a Teen Titan in the comics, and I think in the Teen Titans vs. Justice League movie, he's also a Teen Titan, and he's a lot like Cyborg, and I just would like to see Blue Beetle in the game. Doesn't matter which version, just put him in the game and I'll be happy. Number 5, Bane. Now, Bane was in the last game, and I don't know how important he could be to the storyline in this game, but I'd really like to see him in it. I really like Bane as a character, so it'd be cool to be able to play as him again. Number 6, the Joker. Now, I'm not sure how likely he is to be in the game since he was killed in the storyline for the alternate universe in Injustice, the first one. So, I mean, he was still in it also, but I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't be too big of a part in the next game, you know? And I did remove Lex Luthor from this wanted list to put the Joker because honestly I just don't care about Lex Luthor. I think he's not a bad character, but I didn't like him in the game, never liked him in the shows that much. He's just been like, alright, hey, he's there, that's cool. Number 7, Harley Quinn, the Joker's shit, I don't know. I mean, they like broke up in the last one actually. She got over him, but she's starting to get a lot of attention. She's becoming really popular in the DC character roster. She's coming up in Suicide Squad, and she's got her own comic book now, and she's also my girlfriend's favorite, so I'm like, okay, there's like a Harley Quinn trend right now, and I feel like they're gonna put her in the game to capitalize on that, and I just would like to see her anyway because she's a cool character. Number 8, Black Adam, probably one of my favorite of all-time DC characters. I love Black Adam. I honestly, if they don't put Shazam and they only put Black Adam, that is totally fine with me. Black Adam, 100% top 3 villains in DC. I'm not even gonna lie. Please put him in the game. Number 9, Cyborg. Now, I know Blue Beetle is on the list, but I feel like Cyborg deserves a spot too, because I'd really like to see them face off, and I honestly just want the entire Teen Titans in the game. I mean, I don't have Raven anywhere on this list, but I would love to see her in the game also. I just didn't have room for her in the wanted sections, so she's not on this list for those of you who might be looking out for her. Number 10, Brainiac. Now, don't care too much if he's out of the game, but I'd like to see him in it. I mean, we've not really been able to play him in anything other than like the Lego games, and with Darkseid, if Darkseid's in the game and you don't put Brainiac, that's totally fine with me, but I like to see those two face off somehow. I think Brainiac would be a really cool character to add to the game. Doesn't matter which version of Brainiac, just don't make him a bitch. I'm like, these numbers are all mixed up, so it's really hard to name the numbers off, but I'm pretty sure this one's 11. Metallo. Now, I just thought maybe as a replacement for Doomsday, it would be cool to have another anti-Kryptonian sort of character. And Doomsday's not on this list either, though I did really like him in the game, and I'm honestly not sure why I didn't put him on this list. But I just found myself adding a bunch of other characters. Oh, wait, no, he is on this list. Okay, never mind. But yeah, Metallo should definitely be in the game. I think he's really cool, and I think it'd be cool to have that dynamic of the 3 Kryptonians versus like all their anti-Kryptonian enemies will all be there. I think that'd be cool. Number 12, Reverse Flash, Zoom, or Godspeed. Any of the other speedsters other than the Flash really would do fine, but I prefer an evil one simply because it kind of sucks for there only to be one speedster, one fast character. I mean, what if you don't like the Flash that much? I suppose any of them could really be alternate skins for the Flash also, but I would like to see a different dynamic on the whole super speed character, kind of like how they did with Black Adam and Shazam or something like that. Or with Superman and Zod. Just make them have the same powers, that's fine, but make them different. That's all I want. Now, number 13, Doomsday. Now, Doomsday is an awesome character. He's just a fucking tank, and I'd love to see him take on a lot of these characters on this list. I like to see Doomsday versus Darkseid, Doomsday versus Martian Manhunter, Doomsday versus Black Adam. I just like to try these out, you know? I think it'd be really cool to have Doomsday, and definitely would be a liked character. I feel like he's very well liked because of his whole battle with Superman where he like put him in that coma or whatever, and everyone thought he was dead, and just Doomsday. Yes, thank you, bitch. Number 14, Azrael. Now this is the reason I didn't want him as an alternate costume for Batman. I would like to see another take on Batman, because I honestly don't care for how he plays in the game, and I really love Batman. So Azrael could maybe be another version of Batman, since that's basically what he is. He could have Batman's sort of gadgets, skills, all that, but just he could play differently, and that would be amazing. I would love that so much. Please do that. Number 15, Beast Boy. Now, Beast Boy is a beast, boy. I would love to see him take on some other heavy hitters like Gorilla Grodd, Atrocitus, Cheetah maybe, if she wants to be in the game, that's cool. I'd like to see that, but I'd like to see him be able to transform into different animals, and like maybe like how they have the, I don't know how, it's probably circle in the PlayStation, but if you press like B or circle in the Injustice 1, they have like an ability sort of thing, and it'd be cool if Beast Boy could transform into a different animal every time you press that button. And you could like fight as different animals all within Beast Boy. I think that'd be pretty cool. Number 16, Starfire. Now, this was Starfire-Raven, but I didn't like how Raven played in the last game. If they could make her play better, I'd like to have all the Titans though. Starfire and Raven, I think that'd be awesome. That would complete our Titan theme. And I'd just love to see that. That would be awesome to have Starfire. On to our likely DLC characters. I would like to have Roy Harper or Red Arrow. Doesn't really matter which Red Arrow, just Red Arrow, because Green Arrow died in the last Injustice, and I wouldn't want to see them just automatically bring him back. So I think it'd be awesome to have Red Arrow come back on some sort of vengeance trip, and that could be his motive throughout the story. Is whatever's going on with Green Arrow and his death, he could go after. I forgot. Did Superman kill Green Arrow? Yeah, he did. I think so. He could go after Superman or something, and he could have like some sort of rivalry with maybe Nightwing or Red Hood or something. I think that'd be really cool to see. Maybe even Batman, because he's a pretty skilled character. I'd just like to see him in the game. Number 2, Black Manta. Everyone's been asking for him. Boone even knows we've been asking for him, but he's also in a stage transition, which would make him kind of awkward in the normal game. So maybe he would be a DLC if anything, but people have been asking for him heavily. Same with Red Hood. That's why Red Hood is unlikely instead of wanted, because everyone's been asking for him. And a lot of people have wanted Black Manta too, and I think NetherRealm has kind of recognized that. Number 3, Swamp Thing. Now, I don't know a ton about him, but from what I've gathered, he is basically the love child of Solomon Grundy and Poison Ivy, and that's all I need to know. I know he's a powerhouse type character, but he also has the control over like a nature sort of thing, and I think that'd be awesome. I'd love to see Swamp Thing. I don't know much about him, but as far as I know, he's a pretty awesome character, and I definitely like to try him out. Also, he had a lot of Batman characters in the first Injustice, and I think it'd be really cool to have kind of Solomon Grundy and Ivy smashed together in Swamp Thing, so that way we don't have to have so many extra character slots being taken up. Kind of like a Ferrator sort of deal, maybe. I don't know. Number 4, Dr. Fate. Now, we got Zatanna in the first Injustice, and I'd like to see Dr. Fate because he reminds me a lot of Doctor Strange, who I really like, and I would just want to see Dr. Fate appear, maybe do some awesome shit, save somebody from Superman if he's the villain again, whoever the villain is. I want to see him do some magic, some sick shit. He's a sick character, he does sick shit, and he needs a sick appearance and all that. Number 5 for DLC, likely, I would like to say Static Shock or Black Lightning because, well, Static has always been really popular. Not so much with Black Lightning, but they're pretty similar to the point where I wouldn't care who was in the game. Maybe there could be an alternate costume for each other or something like that. But definitely Static, Black Lightning, I wouldn't mind either. Now, DLC Wanted. These are totally oddball characters that I just would like to see in the game. Number 1, The Punisher. My favorite Marvel character. I wouldn't say by far, but he's up there in my favorite Marvel characters. I just love to see the Punisher in the game. Maybe face off with Jason Todd, face off with Batman, face off with Robin, Nightwing. I would just love to see him there. The Punisher is a complete badass, and he could even maybe take on that Lobo style we had in the last Injustice. Number 2, Shazam. I would like to see him in the game, don't get me wrong, but I don't care for him to the point where I would want him on the main roster. If Black Adam's there, that's all I need. Shazam would be cool to fight him again. Number 3, Sinestro. I think it'd be awesome with Atrocitus in the picture now to have Sinestro, Green Lantern, and Atrocitus all in the same game. That would be amazing. And yeah, make it happen, NetherRealm. Make it happen. Number 4, Krypto the Superdog. Now, Lobo did have this spot, but the Punisher could play like Lobo, and I would be okay with it. And he was a DLC in the last game, and I don't think that NetherRealm has ever repeated a DLC before. So I don't see him being in it. And plus, it's fucking Krypto. I'm not sure how it would work with hit detection for high attacks and stuff. I feel like he might be a little broken. But I would love to see Krypto in the game. Maybe make him fly so he's like able to be hit by, he could like levitate in his stance and he could be hit by high and low attacks that way. I don't know, but just please add Krypto. He's fucking awesome. Make it work, NetherRealm. Number 5, any other Marvel character, because we got the Alien and the Predator in Mortal Kombat X. We got Jason and Leatherface, and I would like to just see Punisher and whoever else, Wolverine, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, somebody. I just really like to see some Marvel characters. I mean, I'm not sure how likely that is. The copyright thing that's been going on, Marvel switching to Disney and all that sort of stuff, I'm not really sure how it all works. It's getting pretty complicated. But if they could just get Punisher and someone similar, not even similar, just give us the Punisher and whoever else from Marvel, and I'll be happy. That's it for my wish list on Injustice. Catch y'all niggas later. Alright. Peace.
Subscribe, nigga.